Hey everybody, my name is Max Seipke, playing guitar and doing the vocals for the German metal band Tormentor. Yeah, Tormentor was formed back in 2006, so 15 years ago. And it's myself on guitar and vocals, Thomas Wedemeyer on the drums, Kevin Hoch on the second guitar, and Christian Schumer on bass. And yeah, we will bring out a new EP, Crown of Shame, this November. Well, there is not really a meaning behind the band name, but there is more story to it because when we formed the band, we were like 12 years old. So myself and two former bandmates, we were still in school and very young and just kids. And we just wanted to make music basically. So we just went through a list of song names from other bands where we thought, okay, maybe this sounds cool to us. And yeah, we stuck with Tormentor, and we didn't knew that the band will be like last longer than 2 years or something. So as the years went by and it got more serious, we just kept the name because some people already knew us under the name, and yeah, we just went with it. Crown of Shame is our new EP coming this November, and yeah, it's like a new chapter. It's the first time we produced everything on our own. Our former producer Evil is still in the team. He's made the master for the whole record, and yeah, we have finally found the sound that we always wanted, and where we think that the songs need a more modern and heavy sound. And so yeah, it's still very fresh, so it's hard to talk about it right now, but we are very, very excited about what's to come with the new EP. Yeah, the album cover was made by my dad. So my dad is a photographer, and when I had like the first ideas in my head, I was like calling him and I was like, hey, are you interested in doing the album cover? And he was like, yeah, okay, hand me the lyrics and I will call you back. So he went through the lyrics, and at the same time I called my brother, who is a video maker, and I was like, hey, I have some raw ideas for a music video to the title song. And so we started to get ideas for the music video, and at the same time my dad and I developed some stuff for the album cover. And basically what was very present in both ideas was the crown. And a good friend of mine, and also who's the bass player of my second band, he's a blacksmith and he crafted the crown. And when we had the crown, it was very clear, okay, let's put it on the album cover, and also this is like the middle point of the whole music video. And after the music video was like done and the album cover was done, I realized that there is such a cool connection to it, because the album cover basically shows like the really end of the music video. So you can't see it in the video what happens after the video is done, but the album cover is like the last thing that happens. So it's cool that the lyrics and the video and the album cover just connects in so many ways together, and I like it when it's a little bit deeper everything. We met Doug of Iron Shield back in 2010, I guess, at our very first Berlin show. So it was just Thomas and me back in the day in the band. And well, he came after the show. He came to us and was like, I really like what you do, and do you want to put out your first record on my label? And we were like, fuck yeah, of course we want to do that. And that's basically what happens since 10 years. We make new music, and when we get in touch with him, and if he digs the music, he will put it out. So that's basically how it works. Nowadays, I think you can make it without a label, but you have to put a lot of work in there. So basically how it works with Iron Shield and Tormentor is that we make the music, we make the album cover and all the stuff, the merchandise and what's so on. And Iron Shield and they work together with Pure Steel Records, and they do all the promotion. So that really helps us, that we don't they have so many connections out there in the whole world. So they sent around the release everywhere, and I think that is really cool. And it would be a lot of work to do it by yourself, but of course you can do it without the label. But right now it's very good for us. Luckily, we didn't play any shows because we produced the record over the whole year. Um, so we didn't book any shows because here in Germany there are so many different rules everywhere in the corner of Germany, and it's really hard to get some gigs here right now. So we didn't look after it. So we just focused on the new record, and but we were lucky that we could play two shows last year, and one was during the COVID thing, and that was pretty magical. There were some rules at the gig, but you know, the crowd and the bands we played with, it was like everyone was so into it, and as I said, it was a lot of emotions at that point, and it was kind of magical. So that was a very important show in our history. Well, epic fails, I don't know. We had, you know, like the typical fails you have during a show, like the drummer loses his fucking stick, or uh, you lose your plaque, or a string breaks. But there was one thing that happened, I don't know, 3 years ago, I think, at an indoor festival show. Uh, on guitar is Kevin, no, bass player Christian, you know, they like to jam on stage, you know, and posing a little bit. And Kevin had like a very pointy Jackson headstock. And I don't know how it happened exactly, but Christian banged his head right on the pointy headstock, and his head started bleeding. And I noticed it like 3 or 4 songs later. He was like, all the blood is coming on his face. I was like, dude, what happened? Do we have to stop now? And he was like, no, 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 we will carry on that show. And after the last song and the last note, he waits straight backstage and yeah, got his head fixed. So that was like, yeah, a little more like an accident. Well, uh, the last weeks and months, I was only listening to our own music basically because of all the production stuff. Um, but yeah, there's some cool music that came out in the time. Like the new Maiden record, I think is very good. Right now, I'm listening to the new Night Flight Orchestra record, and also the new Carcass record. Both really cool. And yeah, you know, I'm just not listening to metal. I'm very open-minded to all kinds of music. So basically, I listen to a lot of German punk rock bands right now and some German hip hop stuff. And if you're really open-minded, as I think I am, I also listen to the new Billie Eilish record. It's not bad. It's very good actually. So yeah, so I think there's a lot of good stuff, and I really look forward for the new Exodus record. I really look forward to that. Well, right now I think it's hard to say because we are still in the pandemic. At least here in Germany, it's very unclear how it will work out. So little concerts are accepted right now, but nothing really big, no festivals and all that stuff. Um, but we hope that it will work next year again. And I hope that all people will appreciate live music much more as they had before, because we all missed it the last 2 years. And I really enjoy being back on stage and in front of stage, so even more than I maybe ever did. So, and I hope that the scene will feel the same, and we will get more stronger and goes out stronger of everything. Well, our local music scene is our hometown, basically Cottbus, and for years there's a very strong metal, punk, and hardcore scene. It's very open-minded there, and we have some cool clubs in there. And well, basically when we play there, it's really like coming home, you know. we've met so many friends and fans who come to our show, and always special. And also where I live in the Oro Mountains, and also here some really cool music scene going on. Um, but a lot of different genres, so it's not boring at all. Well, for right now, we are looking forward to release the new EP, and as I speak right now, next week we will release our first music video. So exciting times right now, and we already gathering new ideas for the next record. So basically, we started demoing some stuff, and we will start rehearsing for live shows next year in January, and we'll play a couple of shows hopefully within the first half of next year. And well, let's see what comes after it. I think we will start writing new songs and getting back to produce a new full-length record. And in long terms, I hope that, right now we have like 15 years of the band, and we all hope that we can at least make it 15 years longer from now on. And let's see what the future will hold up for us.
Grown up safe.